we got a scrum? Who's got the ball?
Do you think you're ready to be governor if needed?
Absolutely. I've got great faith that in working with Rick that I do, because I'm making the same decisions at the county level that have to be made at the state level. You got to balance your budget. You've got to identify what your assets are. You have to use them to their utmost value, and you have to protect the people that you're charged with representing. I can do that at the state level too, but I'm thrilled that Rick Lazio is going to be there doing that.
And with everything going on in Albany, you would expect here in the Republican convention to have like thousands of people like cheering for change in Albany. What's wrong with the Republican Party?
That's a wrong premise to start with, because it's been consistent, it's going to grow bigger, it's going to grow larger as more and more people realize they have a real choice, a real opportunity for change in New York State. Someone in Rick Lazio is going to step up, make the tough choices without regard for all of the political pressures that are going to come in. Somebody from outside Albany that doesn't have to toe the line and pay back all these IOUs that these insiders have gotten and have to owe to all the special interests. Rick will not have to do that. He'll be able to step in and make the decisions without that pressure.
You're comparing pressure in there to waterboarding. Where was that pressure coming from, and how tough was it?
Well, you know that was a tongue-in-cheek reference to the fact that people are passionate about what they believe in, and you may not agree with them, but they're going to use every bit of their capacity to help change your mind, to bring you around to their way of thinking. What I was impressed with was the principle, the core values that people showed repeatedly over the last 2 or 3 days. They knew what they believed in, they knew what they wanted to do, and if they changed their mind, the majority of them went right back to the person they promised and said, here's why I've changed my mind. That's what being a Republican is all about. That is what honesty, hard work, ethics, that's what it's all about. I was proud to see that in virtually all of our members here the last 3 days.
Reaction to Palladino saying there's no difference between Lazio and Cuomo and vowing to go on the line.
Well, I don't have any idea what Carl might have said over the last 24 hours, and Carl will say many things.
With Patterson's rise to office, how important do you think it is to voters the lieutenant governor's position?
Oh, I think that that has given clear indication that it's important that the governor makes a good choice, one he can believe in, one that he is assured that his lieutenant governor can step up and make the tough decisions in very difficult situations, because that's really what lieutenant governors who have had to assume that role have had to do, because they've had to step in and deliver on much of the hard work that their predecessor, their governor, has started. I'm willing to do that, I'm able to do that, and I'm not looking forward to doing that, because Rick Lazio is going to be our governor for 4 years, for 8 years, and maybe even longer.
Being from upstate, what do you bring to the ticket?
What I bring as far as upstate goes is the large volume of our state that is upstate, and the fact that that's where the most crucial challenges are today, and that is the economics of upstate, the need for jobs and opportunity, and where the tax load of Albany has had its worst impact. Right there in upstate, that's the majority of the people, and as far as the land mass, and they're all experiencing that same problem.
What does it say about the party leadership that there was so much pressure to switch?
Pardon me?
What does it say about the party leadership that there was all this pressure?
Oh, I don't think it had anything to do with party leadership. What it showed was we had great candidates. We had great candidates that were willing to take up the charge, put themselves out there, project their views, their beliefs, what they wanted to bring to those jobs. I tell you what, I couldn't be more proud of the Republican Party, what we've done here at this convention, what we're going to finish up this afternoon. There were no coronations the last 3 days, none. What we had were rock-solid people willing to step up without all of the expectation that they were going to be knighted. These are people willing to work for the support that they got, earn the support that they've got, and now have the trust of the people that supported them that they're going to go do what they said they did.
Do you support Ed Cox as party chairman?
I think that decision's going to have to be made. I think that he's got some real work that he's done. He's got more work to do, and I'll leave that to the people that are involved in that process.
One more quick one. Thank you.
Thanks,
Can
gentlemen.
you just talk quickly about, why Greg Edwards? Why'd you pick him? What do you think he brings to the table?
You heard today he's an outstanding public servant, emphasis on servant. This long soap opera that we call Albany is about to come to a close. We've got a man of character and conviction who's got a consistent approach to government. And you may not see scandal and wild stories and rumors in the papers every week when we're governing the state. What you're going to see are results for the people. Lower taxes, more affordability, more jobs, more stability, more predictability, a government that you can be proud of, that you can trust, that you can look up to and feel like we've got a government that has it together and is getting our problems solved.
And Carl Palladino said earlier that he's going to petition to get on the Republican line. Are you concerned about what a primary would mean for the party?
I am completely confident about where we are right now. I come out of this convention with a broad base of strength, We're unified, we're together, we're energized, we're talking about the right issues, we're running against another ticket that epitomizes inside Albany. It's everything that's wrong with the last 4 years, and I would argue the last 30 years. People are never going to believe somebody who's been part of the establishment their entire life running against the establishment. People are never going to believe that a person who has last-minute conversion and all of a sudden is talking about property tax cuts and has never in his life has never spent any political capital for a property tax cap. And by the way, if it's not a big political con, he's got control of the Assembly, he's got control of the Senate. Pass it now. Put it on the floor now. Why wait for the election?
Mr. Lazio, are you concerned with the lack of diversity in New York State politics? Can you talk
Thank you.